Hey guys, and welcome to another video. And the Nintendo Labo VR has been out for a couple weeks now, and I had a really good experience with it. I mean, it blew me away, man. It's just cardboard. And you get almost like a kind of a full VR experience with it. Not quite a full, but like a pretty big VR experience with it. And it's really cool. The head tracking, the gyroscope, everything about it just makes it a very good, affordable VR experience. Probably the best affordable VR experience. It's not perfect because the resolution is kind of lowered because it's splitting a 720p screen, which is not ideal for VR. But it still works out fine because the gameplay is still really good and it controls really well, which is it's good that it's like that, but I think the Nintendo Labo VR actually saved Nintendo Labo because Nintendo Labo wasn't really taking anywhere. It wasn't really like taking off. It wasn't really like a popular thing like Nintendo thought it was gonna be. But I think I'm starting to see what Nintendo was expecting from Nintendo Labo initially, because Nintendo Labo VR is actually kind of going off shelves and it's selling out in some places because it's an affordable VR experience, and it's actually like a decent experience that you're getting for only $40 initially in the starter set, and then if you want everything included, I think it's like $70 or $80 to get the full kit. But you can buy $20 expansions, like if you get the starter kit that comes with like two other like little Toy-Con things. But the Nintendo Labo VR, I think, kind of helped Nintendo Labo because VR is kind of starting to become a popular thing again. I mean, like, was like first popular back in the 1990s, so Nintendo made the Virtual Boy, which flopped because it was absolutely horrible. But then VR kind of started to get off again a few years ago, but then kind of settled down, and now it's kind of coming up again with like the new Oculus and things like that, and the smartphone headsets. And another thing, this is much better than a smartphone headset. Even if you just look at it, it looks a lot better than a smartphone headset. It may be cardboard. I know some smartphone headsets, such as the Google Cardboard, are cardboard. I mean, this, you actually build it, you assemble it. It takes like an hour to build it, maybe 30 minutes. But the building process, you could see that it's slightly more durable, even for cardboard. And it feels a little better for like a cardboard thing. It doesn't really feel that much like cardboard. Well, it feels like cardboard. It doesn't, it's sturdily, like the structure of it. It doesn't really feel like cardboard. It feels like a little, well, the texture feels like cardboard, as I said, but it really feels like something stronger, something that would probably last longer. So Nintendo Labo VR is definitely something that you should check out if you have the money, and I know a lot of people that I know are gonna get it. I know a lot of people who already have a Nintendo Labo set, because Nintendo Labo wasn't doing horrible. It was doing okay, and it wasn't really at Nintendo's expectations. And another thing with Labo, they weren't really expanding it much into other games, and they weren't really updating it. They only updated it slightly, which was kind of bad, because a lot of the old kits had potential, but none of them had any more potential than this Nintendo Labo VR, because this is actually amazing. It's amazing that Nintendo finally has some sort of VR official on the Switch, and it's really cool. They actually updated the Switch to like basically be compatible with a VR mode in the, I think the 8.0 update, because they had some like guidelines on the VR thing, and it's really cool that the Nintendo Switch, like, I think it's actually built into the system software now, the VR, and I think they could go, this has so much potential, so I think they would, like, I'm not sure, but Nintendo should, like, make more kind of, like, not full-on games, because the Zelda Breath of the Wild's a little too much, But it still works. It still works. I do like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in VR. I played it a lot, but I think little mini games with like different things, like maybe like a smaller Mario game, maybe Pokemon Snap 2. Well, I'm pretty sure they're not going to do that because they're going to have like approval from like the Pokemon company, even though it's a subsidiary of Nintendo. They're still like they still kind of do their own thing. They kind of do stuff like that, but they also need like other guidelines and stuff like that. But there's also like a bunch of other games they can make for it. They can make a Zelda game, maybe something similar or along the lines of Link's Crossbow Training. Because that game was actually kind of underrated. It's actually a pretty fun game. It's like a little experience that would work with this VR thing. Because it's like a low resolution, and it's not really meant for like long experiences. You have to take breaks every once in a while, and it's not exactly the best thing on your eyes. So like short experiences and short games like Link's Crossbow Training would work. Maybe Mario Kart could work, because Mario Kart, it doesn't really take that long to go through like just one Grand Prix. So maybe they could implement kind of like a Mario Kart mode with this. Or they could do a completely new Mario Kart, or like, if they make a completely new Mario Kart game like Mario Kart 9, they could like have a mode in there where you could like play in VR. They might make a new Mario Kart game in the next couple of years, because I don't see Mario Kart Deluxe being the only Mario Kart game being on the Switch, since it's a Wii U port, but it is selling really well, and I'm not sure if they would do another Mario Kart game on there, because Nintendo didn't really do this before. They're just kind of recovering from the Wii U right now. Their business models are a lot different than they were years ago when they were just putting one Mario Kart per system. So I'm not sure how that would work out, but the Nintendo Labo VR definitely saved Nintendo Labo. And I think they would make more kits in the future, maybe more expansions for Nintendo Labo VR. Nintendo Labo VR might be their gateway into new VR things, and Nintendo Labo might become like kind of like a VR center with like VR toy cons coming out. Because that would be pretty cool if there were new VR toy cons, or some enhanced versions of the VR goggles, maybe with a head strap, some kind of head strap expansion, maybe even full-on Nintendo Switch VR, since it's already implemented in the console itself. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Goodbye!